It's a
wanna
big
be
night.
nervous?
Tonight's a big game because we kind of do need to figure out when Neptune is playing, and then
Oh yeah.
we
Let me
need to
pull up the
figure
stat
out
sheet.
we need to figure out who Max is playing. So we kind of do need this game to be done, and then we'll figure out the rest after that.
I will say I did see the. I didn't watch the Black Soul Andrew game like live because I was busy, but I saw the replay of it, and my goodness.
Look, what I will say about that game is that after rewatching it a little bit, after editing it earlier today, Andrew had no business winning. He had literally no business winning that fucking
That was
game.
Black Soul's games to lose.
Correct.
I was like, bro, I thought he was gonna take the field goal and let the time run out.
I think for me personally, I think for me personally, if everybody knew how to kick the damn ball in this game, there would be a lot of results that are like flipped on its head. I think. So
yeah.
Because for example, let's say Black Souls is confident in his kicking, he wins that game last night easily.
Yep. Oh yeah, I agree.
So I think what's going to happen is that next year, when we do this again next year, we're gonna literally have to have a conversation like after the meeting. We're gonna be like, hey, I want everybody to realize this. Please practice your kicking, because I swear to God, kicking field goals can mean the difference in a game.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it's funny because in real life too, in the real life NFL, you see how so many people are just going for fourth downs instead of kicking a field goal.
That's literally how it is in the LMFL. It's just that like in the LMFL, it's always so blatant. So
right.
You're obviously gonna get a fucking 2-point attempt every single time almost, but it's like,
yeah,
it's so dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I truly think kicking will literally mean that,
No, kicking next year, literally, I will tell everybody, please practice your kicking, because you could potentially make or break your season just by kicking field goals, man.
Yeah. And look, if they don't kick, and they miss a 2-point conversion or miss a touchdown, then that's a loss.
Also, kicking really wasn't even that big of an issue. It's just for some reason folks only realized late, and I'm like, bro, man, whatever. But still, it's still, in my opinion, something that really should like be prepared next year. Like, I literally will have to tell everybody, like, please practice your kicking. I can guarantee you that shit is not as tough as you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lara, look at the screen. Is this good?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Cool.
Make sure them commentators are turned down.
Oh, don't worry. That's okay. That a long time ago.
Now, Mac, I was just telling both Brandon and RBM, I'm like, after the meeting for next season, I'm telling everybody, fucking practice some goddamn kicking, man. Tired of it.
They definitely need to.
No, literally, Black Souls is confident in his kicking. He wins that game last night. Easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, talk about him. Another upset that would happen.
Oh my god, bro. He fucking runs the ball. Oh, fucking shit.
I feel like in that spot, if you were coming with kicking, a pass would have been like it.
Exactly. Like you have to at least pass the ball, not run.
And he was doing good in the passing game, I thought.
Look, it is what it is now, but like legitimately, for like you could probably notice it, but literally, I had my hands on my face for like 2 minutes after that. I'm like, oh my! I didn't say
Black Soul.
Jack.
Black Souls could have went on a run.
He could have. He honestly
you want to know
could have.
It's so crazy because Black Souls, he wins that game no matter what. He's in top 4 after winning nothing in the regular season. Top 4, bro. It's top 4 guaranteed. Like, damn, that's so crazy, man. All right. Anyways, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
What? So this is semifinals, if I'm correct.
So
I don't have the sheet in front of me.
So this
Winners,
is the second
two.
round of the upper bracket. Whoever wins this game will face Neptune in the upper final. Upper final, whoever wins the upper final is basically one-way ticket to the grand final. But if you lose this game tonight, you are facing Max in the in the second round of the lower bracket, aka that's elimination. So,
bro, games.
you got fucking Max if you lose this game tonight. So,
Yeah, I mean, I got my business up here, bro.
No,
I got my business, bro.
No, my business.
I got my business.
All right. Good, gentlemen, go ahead and start it off. I'll introduce, of course, Brandon, and let's do it. Here we go.
Good luck,
Right,
have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
So I gotta lock the fuck in.
I love this song.
Right in 3, 2, right in 3. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 2026 LMFL playoffs. This matchup tonight is a big one. Tonight we have the second round of the upper bracket. We got Mr. J Steve 200 Mac going up against Mr. RBM the Waco Wackos. As Sailors takes his ball out, and he's gonna have some breathing room here, but gets to the 38-yard line. I am, of course, not alone. Brandon, how you doing?
Man, Larlar, I'm doing good, man. In this game, bro, these are two heavyweights. Two heavyweights going together in Mac and RBM, man. I'm very, very excited to see how Max Lions and RBM's Ravens come together. But Larlar, one thing with this matchup, man, is like what you're looking forward to, because we got high-powered offenses and defenses as we see a pass to James Williams, and it's going to be a play off the first play of the game, first drive, touchdown already by Mac. I mean, Larlar, I was going to tell you, what are you looking forward to this game? Because you see these offenses are kind of crazy, but you see it right there with Mac, touchdown off the board.
Yeah, this is a huge matchup, and basically, I mean, we haven't even gotten to explaining how much this matchup means, but basically, right now, this game at the moment, currently in the second round of the upper bracket, whoever wins this game between Mac or RBM, they would face Neptune in the upper final, and the upper final is basically your one-way ticket to the grand final, as RBM will start here at the 23. But whoever loses this game is going to have to face Max later this week for elimination. So, there you go. Big game here tonight. But that is not a good start here for RBM, because here's the thing, though. Here's a good stat for you. As Derrick Henry is going for the first down. You want to know who RBM's first loss was? Actually, his only loss all season? It was against Mac. As Derrick Henry, once again, for a 9-yard gain. So, there's a lot at stake here, man. Lots at stake. Because whoever the loser is would have to face the champion in the lower bracket.
You know, bro, I mean, win or lose, both Mac and RBM got some tough games coming the next week, man. And you know, Larlar, we've been talking about this all season, man. We know how RBM and his what a great bubble screen to Hopkins to the left side of the field there. But we've been talking about it all season, man. Both Mac and RBM, they like to go big. Like, they like to start off strong. They like to start off the drive strong. They want to try to go big first and see if they can get a lead out there. But Larlar, with this game at stake, do you see any changes compared to how they were at the beginning of the season, or do you think it's going to be another high-scoring game with a bunch of lead changes?
I think for me, it's too tough to say, because especially with how last night's game went between Andrew and Black Souls, that was kind of low scoring for like a little bit. So I can definitely see this being kind of sort of like shootout as Derrick Henry once again with the run.
There he goes.
Touchdown.
Off the bat, Larlar, I mean, not even 2 minutes into the quarter, and both teams are up on the board.
Yeah, we are off and running here already with a 7-7 score. And I mean, honestly, this is kind of it's not that this is not surprising. It's just every possession counts because you do not want to make a mistake here with as crazy stakes as this is, as Mac is going to start at the 25.
Right, and you know, we've been talking about the offenses like every time we see Mac and RVM play all season, but we normally don't really talk about their defenses, right? You know, with these high-scoring games, you're now worried about the defense because at the end of the game, let's say this game becomes close at the end, whoever's on defense is going to have to really lock in, right? Because that's going to make or break if you're going to stay in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket, as we see Jahmyr Gibbs going up the middle, and he gets tackled by Marlon Humphrey there. But this is one thing I'm expecting, Larlar, with both teams. I'm expecting a lot of big plays, as we've been seeing so far, and obviously just saw right there. Now the question is, right, Larlar, is like, who out of RBM and Mac, who can really use the time possession to their key? I think that's the great thing at stake here during this game is time management and obviously turnovers, right? You definitely don't want to turn over at this late in the season, but it is 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. Jared Goff throws a screen to Gibbs to the left side. Great blocks. He does get in between, and it looks like it's another touchdown on the board by Mac here, Larlar. What a start. What a start here, man.
Gosh. Already 13-7. Never mind. I think we're going to have a high-scoring game here.
We might at this rate. Not even 3 minutes into the first quarter, we're already going to have a combined 21 points on the board. But Larlar, what is now? I mean, we know both of these guys. We know how their play styles are when it comes to this game this late in the season. It's like when you have two heavyweights facing each other, what gives, right? What gives in order to win this game from either side?
It'll really have to come down to like turnovers, because whenever it comes down to really, you know, haymaker upon haymaker from both sides of the ball when they're scoring every single drive, really it's going to come down to whoever turns the ball over first.
Right.
So Derrick Henry doesn't go anywhere that time, but right now Mac's scores have been so quick to the point where so far he's had 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. It's been very easy at the moment.
It has been, man. It's 2nd and 8. Ball to 22. Lamar Jackson fake, but not fooled as Muhammad gets the tackle there on the QB counter. And if Lamar would have escaped that, he could have had a big gain there. But and we noticed too, Larlar, you know, with both of these teams, they have both great quarterbacks in Lamar Jackson and Jared Goff. But you know, with Lamar here, you know, he's the best dual threat in the league, as he throws up the middle to Andrews, and he breaks his tackle, and he breaks another tackle. He jukes a little bit, but Branch gets him. If Andrews didn't have that little juke at the end, he could have went to the house. But Larlar, another first down here, man.
Oh my God, what a crazy play to get out of the tackle there. It keeps the drive alive here. It was a little scary there for RBM, but we have to remember, RBM is the #1 seed. This could potentially be, like, no matter what this result ends up in here, he needs to defend that home field.
That's very true. And that's another thing we haven't really talked about all season long is home field advantage is a thing in LMFL, man. You know, if you're at home, you got a pretty good advantage as Derrick Henry with a great block, and he tries to run through everybody, but he does get the first down there. And you know, Larlar, when it comes to, you know, RBM's offense here, is there anything in particular you want to see out of him so far that you want to see for the rest of the game?
I think as Derrick Henry is going for 8 yards at least. So it keeps going. But if you're talking about RBM's offense, I mean, Derrick Henry is going to be the guy. You know, you can't not try to defend if not double team him. But the thing is, it's so difficult as Lamar Jackson with the run here.
Draw play. I like that play call. 1st and 10 on the 19. And you're talking about Derrick Henry. We didn't see him there. But when Derrick Henry's not on the field, guess who's going to run it? You got good old Lamar Jackson in the backfield that he'll get that done there. And I agree, Larlar. I do think Derrick Henry is going to be one of those key guys here today to see if they can get it going. And he does give it all to Derrick Henry.
Wow.
And guess what? He gets the touchdown once again. RBM responds back. Larlar, we might have a classic on our hands at this rate.
Need this to happen so far. That is though the longest drive of the game so far. Again, gonna come down to whoever turns the ball over. Gonna come down to that.
He sails in the end zone there. He's going to take it out. He's tackled around the 25-yard line. Now, Larlar, now we see Mac's offense here. Obviously, he scored twice already. We see big plays out of Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameis Williams. Is there anything else that you want to see with Mac's offense to think that if he could get it done today?
Honestly, you got to... And then again, this is just a very big truth for everybody. But obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs. But you want to make sure you take a look at, as he says, LaKelsey, but Laporta is the guy to make sure you hone in on throughout the entirety of this game. But just like it with always with everybody, you target one target, the other one is going to be wide open potentially.
Absolutely right. Gibbs. And do you see the speed of Gibbs? Gets tackled there. Yeah, Larlar, and we've seen it all season long with the LMFL. Jahmyr Gibbs, man, we barely seen any David Montgomery. And honestly, there's really no need if Jahmyr Gibbs can get it done. Jahmyr Gibbs is one of those running backs that can get to the outside, cut the edge really quick. He can play slot. He can even play outside if he needs to. But Jared Goff drops back to pass two. Guess who? Gibbs. Juice Van Noy. But he does get tackled there by Roquan Smith. And if we're talking about defensive styles here, Larlar, with RBM's team out on the field, what's one thing you want to see from the Ravens defense in order to stop Mac's offense?
I think the linebackers are definitely something that you need to try and make sure that you get in there with, especially with Roquan Smith in there. But we got to play action fake go off. Ooh, incomplete.
And you're right. And Larlar, I hate to bring up this game, but you know, the game that you face RBM, Roquan Smith was just all over the place, right? And I do agree, Roquan is the leader he's the quarterback of that defense. I think the defense runs through him, but you got other guys like a Van Noy, you got Marlon Humphrey, but they can't stop him here. As Gibbs might go all the way once again, and he does. Another touchdown by Mac. Here, Larlar, I mean, it's not even the end of the first quarter. We got 3 touchdowns out of him.
Just incredible blocking for the offensive line there on the Detroit Lions. Now Mac is he has scored again. Baltimore defense can't stop Gibbs at the moment.
No, we can't. And we were just talking about this, Larlar. It's like they got guys in the backfield. We were talking about Roquan. They also got Awuzie. They got Nate Wiggins. They got one of the best safeties in the league in Kyle Hamilton. They got guys that can stop the pass game and honestly the run game too. Next year, the Ravens are going to be added to the defense with Trey Hendrickson, right? So it's like they're going to have guys that's on this field that I think that that can stop a high-powered offense here. But we are now back 1st and 10. RBM's team now out here on the field. They're going to give it to Derrick Henry. Breaks one tackle. He runs into his blocker. And Larlar, here's one thing we this needs to be addressed. We need to talk about the Ravens guards, right? There's been a lot of times in the LMFL where the guards, anytime Derrick Henry has a bad run, a lot of it is due to the guards letting a lot of people through. I do think in order for Mac to kind of
first down.
Yeah, first down here, kind of take control of this game a little bit. It's kind of, maybe utilize the weaknesses of the Ravens offense a little bit in their guards and try to get some blitzes in or anything to try to stop Derrick Henry. Wouldn't you kind of agree there?
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
First and 10. Lamar Jackson's going to get sacked! And by Alex Alonso. Yeah, man. I mean, second and 20. And we were just talking about that. Larlar is like one way to get to the backfield of the Ravens is try to get some pressure. And you just saw it there.
Yeah, easy money there for Mac. Now backs up. And also, that was the first sack of the game, so this backs up RBM here slightly. But
pass to Mark Andrews. And Campbell with a vicious hit. Alex Alonso right there, too.
He gets 7 back there, so it's not terrible, but it's definitely something he still needs to try and convert this.
3rd and 13, ball to 34. Lamar Jackson throws to Andrews to the right side this time.
First down.
And he does get the first down. Great play call there. And now Larlar, as we approach the end of this high-scoring first quarter, what is one thing you want to see from the Lions defense? Because we know with the Lions defense at times, you got Aiden Hutchinson, you got obviously great linebacker duo and Alonzo and Campbell there, and some good corners in Joseph and in the backfield with Reed back there. But sometimes they kind of let a lot of receivers get back there. Ooh. So what's one thing you think that the Max defense can kind of do in order to stop this high-powered Ravens offense here by RBM?
I think Anzalone with the sack is going to be something interesting there, but the secondary is usually the struggle point for the Lions defense. But Lamar, he's running this time, gonna get the first down easily.
Yes, and that's one thing we've been seeing kind of late in the season with RBM is we've been seeing a lot of play action passes, but we'll utilize Lamar Jackson to get the first down at the edge, which is one of his strong suits. But it is 1st and 10, ball to 37. Toss play to Henry. Gets some space on the right side. Great block by one of his tackles there.
Anzalone again there with the tackle.
First down. Almost in red zone territory here, Larlar. Looks like RBM's going to get another response.
And this
1st and 10, ball to 21.
The second quarter is always the best quarter, but pressure again.
Oh,
and he gets picked off.
And interception by Alonso right there.
Oh,
due to the sack by Hutchinson to the 10 and a turn of events. Larlar, that was basically a 14-point swing.
Oh my goodness. What a play there from Mac.
That could be, and this is very early to say this, but down the line in this game, this could be one of those highlights where that could be a game-changing play, Larlar. You saw the sack by Aiden Hutchinson. Lamar Jackson couldn't get the ball out too much in time to throw it away, and then Campbell gets it for the pick six, Larlar. What a turn of events.
Remember, Anzalone has been the guy so far this game, and he just puts it right there once again, this time with a scoop and score. RBM with the first turnover. Can't really get anywhere here. He's going to start deep at the 19. And as we mentioned before earlier, it comes down literally to the damn turnover race. And
you're right about that.
Gets it first. So have to see how this continues to go as 9-yard gain there from Derrick Henry.
And to RBM's favor, we're still very early in this game, right? With it being so early in this game, he's still got plenty of time to get back into it, gets it back to Derrick Henry again. But yeah, Anzalone and Campbell has been playing lights out so far this game. And, we haven't really talked about Aiden Hutchinson much, but one of the best defensive ends in the league. You saw it right there, right? So, that's one thing we were talking about with the Ravens offensive line, man. It's like, I'm not sure if I'm really liking the matchup between the offensive line and defensive line as you see it there. With the quarter blitz by Robertson, Larlar, that's one thing we need to talk about, the battle of the trenches, right? Are you kind of worried with the Ravens O-line kind of getting overpowered by the Lions defensive line so far.
No, because this is what Mac does on a regular basis.
Oh,
but
boy.
oh my gosh, pressure again. But this is the thing though. Like usually whenever Mac gets that momentum, he's gonna try and do something to you to get that pressure. And I've gone through it so many multiple times throughout the course of the LMFL in of itself. But like
a double pass play.
He's gonna try.
Into the short pass.
Oh no. Oh no. And Mac
but
led
Larlar,
all the way too. Like,
but
man.
I as much as the play did not do well, I do credit RBM for not forcing it down the field to be picked off, right? As much as that didn't work, he looked down the field, didn't see anything, just went ahead and did short pass. So it's now 4th and long.
Oh God, I don't know about this. But
well,
it's a 4th and 20.
On the 20-yard.
Oh my God!
An open Worcester. The wide receiver, arguably the wide receiver number 4 or 5 on the depth chart, and he gets the first down.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that, but all right, sure. First
it
and
works.
10 now.
Lamar Jackson gets to Derrick Henry, breaks 2 tackles, but gets falling down there. And Larlar, one thing I'm also still expecting in this game is how can Zay Flowers, how can Rashad Bateman, how can DeAndre Hopkins get open against this Lions secondary as Derrick Henry breaks one.
Derrick Henry is literally going to be the answer today, man. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. Who cares about the wide receivers? This guy is the king for a reason.
You might be right. Derrick Henry. And Larlar was crazy? If RBM never would have went for it on that 4th and 20 in his own territory, that touchdown would have never happened.
Correct.
So that just shows you, if like to those watching that's now kind of watching playoff season in the LMFL, that just shows you how these two competitors are. It doesn't matter what yard line there are, what down it is, they're gonna go for it every time. So, and you saw it work there, but return off by Mac here. Gets tackled around the 23. Whew. Now Larlar is still a 7-point game, right? Because due to that pick 6. Yeah. But with it being so early in the game, with a combination of 49 points already, not even halfway through the second quarter, looks like the momentum's not stopping for either team, honestly.
It's not. And honestly, with the way that RBM rebounded from that turnover to at least score, it at least keeps this game still within reach here. But Gibbs is going to escape again for a 9-yard gain.
Shows you the speedster in Gibbs, and I do agree. I really liked how RBM responded there, despite being down by 2 scores. But we've seen time and time again in the LMFL of teams just coming back from 3, 4, sometimes even 5-score games, being down by 5 scores. But one thing we haven't even talked about is St. Brown. To be fully honest, as Jared drops back to pass to right here, we've seen a lot of Jameis Williams this season, right? Speedster out of Ohio State, can get it done, can play slot, can play wide, can play out wide, can sometimes even play halfback. St. Brown, I feel like this guy, he comes up like late, like second half a little bit, early second half. So I do want to see St. Brown being utilized a little bit more here, and a little bit more Laporta too. But Larlar, with RBM's defense, is there really? We were talking about how Roquan needs to be the guy, but do you trust this Ravens secondary to kind of match with these Lions receivers here too?
Yeah, but Montgomery, by the way, with his first carry.
There we go.
7-yard gain.
I
think for me personally, it really just comes down to the momentum here at this point.
Right.
But I think also we got to keep in mind as we are approaching the end of the first half. 3 timeouts remain for both competitors here. This is obviously where the game really begins.
Jared Goff throws a screen to Gibbs. He stutters a little bit, but the speedster, can he get there all the way? Jukes one, but he gets tackled by the rest of the secondary. 1st and goal here, Larlar. Max using that momentum to keep it going.
Look, here is the thing. Jahmyr Gibbs is so dangerous on this damn field, to the point where it really feels impossible to try and like stop that man. It really does. Definitely one of the more cheat codes of the LMFL this season.
And with that, how can RBM stop a Jahmyr Gibbs like that? Because that you see how fast he is on the edge. He just gets by everybody.
Yep, true.
First and goal, ball to 9. Double tight end set in the backfield. We see that formation a lot this season. Jahmyr Gibbs tries to get up the middle. Second goal, ball to 6. Okay. And you know, with now RBM, with RBM's Ravens, right? Like the Wackos, it's hard to kind of defend like out of this end zone here with a high-powered offense like Max team here. But you see a 4 wide receiver set. Jared Goff will drop back to pass, throws it down the middle, and it's picked off by Van Noy. And we were just talking about how you know it's hard to stop the Max team in the red zone, but RBM did just that.
That's the thing, though, Brandon. That then now 1 turnover each for both competitors. So now we're kind of almost on equal ground. But oh my God, Hutch just literally trucked the man. Oh my god!
And if you're RBM, Larlar, you have to capitalize on this drive, right? Absolutely. In order to get back into this game, you gotta score here. But and you kind of don't have a lot of time because you got a little less than 3 minutes. As we see some couple runs in Derrick Henry, but Larlar, at this point, how can you take your time but also go, if you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean you got 3 timeouts, so there's really no pressure here, but you gotta make sure you get this first down at least, just to make sure that we're good. Right.
Lamar Jackson throws in a double coverage.
He's not gonna get it.
To Hopkins. Now this is a very risky situation. You're on your own 12.
Oh.
But you need to score. If you don't get it, then that's gonna be really huge.
Oh, yeah.
But we see it here, shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the left. Lamar Jackson throws down the middle to Henry, and he gets the first down and so much more. He gets it all the way past midfield. Larlar, that's probably one of the most riskiest plays we've seen all season long, but it worked out.
You could see Anzalone. You saw Matt control Anzalone there for like a second. He almost read it perfectly.
Oh, goodness. And Derrick Henry's still going to get the ball.
Oh, my God. This guy is going crazy right now.
Oh, man. And that's kind of how Derrick Henry is, right? I mean, when you have a guy who's basically built like a linebacker, you need to kind of utilize him at all times. But at the same time, Larlar, we've seen Derrick Henry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
Yards for that man rushing.
For a first half. We might see an LMFL record for the
if we kept up with player stats, that would definitely, it would probably break it, honestly.
And Lamar Jackson throws to Zay Flowers. First time he catches it all game. Can he get to the end zone? He does. And Larlar, just like that, RBM gets a touchdown. Much needed in order to tie this game up.
Very, very true. But now it leaves Mac with 1 minute remaining and 3 timeouts to try and go down this field for him to try and score. And something to keep in mind, but I believe RBM does get this ball first here in the second half, so we'll have to see.
And we've seen it time after time, Larlar, how in this situation for Mac, it's like nothing, right? Like we saw it the first play of the game, like just scoring off of like just 1 or 2 plays and boom, right? So if I'm the Wackos right now, I want to really make sure how the middle of the field is contested. Make sure that you can try to also get to the quarterback too, because we haven't seen much pressure off of Jared Goff, but this Lions O-line is very, very good. As Jared Goff does drop at the pass to James Williams again. Almost the exact same play we saw in the first part of the game, but Wiggin does tackle him here. And Larlar, now is a time where time management is key, right? With the timeouts and everything. Do you want to kind of take your time if you're Mac here and kind of drain the clock, or do you think you got to go? You got to go?
Yeah, I think he's going to be good here to drain this clock because we are at 40 seconds here. So it's not going to be totally out of it, but let's see here. Oh,
screen pass not fooled by RBM this time.
Okay, timeout here from Mac.
Now, Larlar, if you're Mac, would you also be fine if you do get a field goal here to get at least points on the board, even if you don't score?
Again, I think for me personally, you should try and get the field goal as much as possible when you can. You know,
right?
This is one of those instances. But again, I'm not Mac. Let's see how he just plays us out. 2nd and 17. Yep. He is out of field goal range here at the moment. But I mean, with 34 seconds, he's got a lot of time to figure it out.
With 2 timeouts too, Jared Goff drives back the pass. A dangerous pass to Jahmyr Gibbs has 7 defensive players from the Ravens come get him. Down to 1 timeout here from Mac. And you know, with this with this game here, Larlar, 28 seconds here, Larlar. Do you think that's enough time still?
Yeah. Well, one time, you just got to get one good play here, then maybe you're in business. But
Jared Goff throws it to Jameis Williams again, but Buchanan does tackle him. 4th and 6. I'm very interested to see what the play call is as time is running out. What will happen here?
Yeah, I think he's just going to bring this down all the way.
Might bring it down all the way. Let's see what happens. He just got 1 more timeout left. Down to 3 seconds. Yeah. Timeout called.
There you go.
And we will see a field goal that's probably around 60 yards or so. This is going to be a long field goal here.
It's close. It's going to be something like that.
The kick is up. It looks good. And it is good.
Wow.
Just like that. Wow. 31. Mac, 28 RBM with the field goal there, Larlar. I like the call.
All right. So now RBM with this ball first. Because now at this point, it's going to be a little tough. All right. Second half begins here.
Yes. Oh, a big hit and a fumble. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. And off the first play on the second half. On the first play of the second half, the ball goes right back. Right back to Mac right there.
Oh, my gosh.
One of the biggest hits we've seen all season. Get it to Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle and off the first play to the 4-yard line. Larlar, you said at the very beginning of this game, turnovers is key, right? If you're having a game that's going to have a lot of lead changes, that's very, very tight, turnovers is the last thing you want to do. And, man, there's not much you can really do. But now, Mac has a chance to expand his lead once again.
Oh man, what a disaster here, because now Mac is going to be potentially up double digits if he gets the touchdown. I mean, he's just 2 yards away now, so.
But we saw the last time where he was in the red zone where you saw the pick from Van Noy, right? So this is not saying that it's not possible, but it's definitely, the chance is not 0 though. So another stop.
Damn.
3rd and goal.
All right, but
great job by the Waco Wackos. Wackos here, man.
It's a 3rd and goal here though, but oh no.
Trip wide receiver to the left, Laporta on the right. Does fake action.
Ooh.
The Gibbs and he
it.
barely gets it inside the white pylon there, or the white plane there for the touchdown. This lead can be expanded up to 10 points. And Larlar, before the fumble, I was like, that last drive, if I'm RBM, I would honestly be happy with that field goal, right? Because let's say that fumble never would have happened. If the Wackos would have went down the field and scored, that would have been the first lead of the day for the Wackos, right? So, but that fumble just changes everything, right? But you know, it is still early in the second half, so plenty of time left. Gets to the alley again, who fumbled the last time. Let's see what happens this time. Almost again.
Oh, you don't want to fumble again.
Man, if Alley would have fumbled again, I would have easily just pulled up the next guy with the depth chart. I would have not given that ball to him again. But Man, Larlar, second half now, right? Now that, that happened, as we see Derrick Henry here with another big run. I was just about to say, Larlar, do you expect more from Derrick Henry here?
Yeah, I still think that he's going to be the #1 reason as to why RBM could potentially win this game. But, oh my gosh,
another
again,
wide
open.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, he's going to get close to 300 now.
Oh,
in terms
boy.
Of rushing.
And you're seeing it with the secondary, right? We've been talking about it all season long. Is you feel like this Lions secondary, they just leave some gaps in the middle of the field that you just can't stop. This time they're like, absolutely not.
Yeah, that time he's gonna get stopped.
As you see Campbell there, but Larlar, we're seeing a bunch of momentum. We're seeing RBM kind of going go mode right here.
Oh, he's gonna
gets it to the momentum pushed him out of bounds. 3rd and 11.
All right, big one right here. 3rd and 11. If you're RBM, you need to convert this somehow, some way.
And if he doesn't, would you still say a field goal is actually kind of a successful drive? Because bring it back to a 1-possession game.
I don't know. With the way that this defense is going, it's a little tough to say.
Right.
Oh, but
gets to the Flowers. Can he get to the first down? He breaks 1 tackle. Oh. He does break 2.
Wow.
Gets the momentum, uses it for the first down, and Zay Flowers. One thing we haven't said about this guy out of Boston College is that this guy is shifty. He can get up there. He's not the biggest receiver, but he can definitely use his speed to get up there. As you see Mark Andrews for the touchdown. Good response by RBM here to at least shorten the lead.
All right. Well, that's good. 35-38. Max still leads.
Momentum is not stopping for either team, even in this half. But the key to this game so far, Larlar, has definitely been the turnovers, man.
Yeah, the thing is, though, because we're at 6 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter here, we're getting slightly ever so close. We're getting very close to the 4th quarter, where things could go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, we seen it last night. So, oh man, 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line here. Toss play to Gibbs to the left, and you see the speed once again. Instead of a 2-yard loss, he turns into an 8-yard gain. Second and 2, ball on the 43. Double tight end wing set on the right with double wide receivers on the left. Jared Goff drops back to pass. Screen pass to Gibbs. And the speed once again gets him the first down. And you know what's crazy, Larlar? You can definitely say Gibbs and Henry are like definitely top 5 running backs in the league, right? But you see how they're different styles. They got completely different styles, but yet they're taking over this game. Oh, the mishap there.
Incomplete. Rare incompletion here.
Yeah. But Larlar, you see how this game has been revolved around Gibbs and Henry. Both different style running backs, but both super effective.
Yep.
Second and 10, ball on the 45-yard line here. Look at how much pressure the Ravens are showing right here.
That is true, but
Get to the Gibbs, and it still doesn't really stop him. 3rd and 4, because that Lions O-line, man, it's just one of the best O-line in the league. That's why you see Gibbs being successful. And that's why you see Jared Goff having a lot more times in the pocket, because no matter how much pressure, really, you saw the Ravens really bringing 8 guys up to the box and still couldn't really get to him.
True.
3rd and 4, ball on the 49-yard line. Jared Goff tries back to pass to Gibbs, but gets murdered at the line by guess who?
Smith. Wow.
And that's one thing we've been wanting to see all day from Roquan is that heavy hitter he is. And you saw it just there. 4th and 4 here, Larlar. You're midfield. Let's see what Mac will decide here. Drops back the pass. Goes out the middle to Gibbs for the first down here, and he breaks it.
Oh.
But was pushed out of bounds.
Got out of it for like a second there.
Yeah. And look, as we're now 4 minutes, 30 seconds away from the end of this third quarter here. No, RBM still got time to stop Mac. But look at the speed, but Gibbs going backwards. It gets tackled there. Second and 16. Loss of 6 yards, man. But Larlar, you saw the adjustments made by RBM, right? So, and you saw how it worked.
Yep. But now it's really just a matter of trying to continue that. Tesla this time. 3rd and 11.
Let's catch the ball. He does slip, but the ball was thrown behind him, so can do everything he needed to do. 3rd and 11 here, ball to 38. Quarter motion to the right.
Big play.
The pass. Throws on the middle. To Tesla again. In the traffic, and he got it there now. Mac is back in the red zone. And Larlar, you can see how this drive now is a little bit more calmly paced, right? Taking some chances up the middle, using some runs with Gibbs. And now we see Montgomery back on the field in the fullback position.
1st and 10 at the 20. Gibbs looking to try and go. Now only a 2-yard game, but yeah, time is of the essence here now because as you mentioned, this drive probably the calmest Mac has ever played so far in this game. So, oh boy, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this one ends here in this possession.
Very true, man. 2nd and 8. Jared Goff tries back the pass, throws up the middle, to right, breaks a tackle.
Oh.
And Roquan once again breaking down the hit. And that's typically how we've seen it in a lot of third quarters in this league, right, throughout the season. It's normally the quarter where it's like the calmest, right? So let's see what happens here. First and goal. Jared Goff throws it out the middle to Laporta, but gets stopped there. 2nd and goal, ball on the 4 here, Larlar. Max gets it in here, then he's up again, but we've seen it once this game, a turnover once he got down here, so anything's possible.
1.5 to go here, so in this third. This is a long drive.
It is a very long drive. Jared Goff gets it to Gibbs.
Oh.
On the 1-yard line. Didn't cross the plane.
Somehow he didn't get that.
Oh boy. Well, RBM got another chance to stop him.
Yeah, but what you gonna do?
And we see the battle of the trenches right here. Jared Goff
there he gets
somehow gets it in. Somehow gets that one in for the touchdown.
All right. Mac is he's back up 9 now. And again, it all comes back down to that opening kickoff of the second half.
Oh, that's racist.
Wait, it was called back.
Overturned.
It was called back.
They looked back in the booth. It was overturned.
There ain't no goddamn touchdown. The fuck y'all talking about?
Whoa. That's Lord, is that the first time we've seen that all season?
I honestly don't really think so, but 4th and goal here, and Mac is going to try potentially again. He's not going to get it.
You're fucking kidding me.
He's not going to get it.
That's wild work. Not gonna lie.
That is crazy.
Controversial call once again here.
But now, Larlar, flip sides. Now you don't want to avoid a safety here.
Really
Gets it to Andrews, and he does avoid that. We got to talk about that. Larlar, I think that's not the first time we've seen a call over change, right?
Man.
But I'm talking about a touchdown. like being overchanged like that this season. I don't recall.
End of the third, and now we got one more quarter to figure it out here.
And we
honestly, it is
Oh.
tough. It is tough to remember in terms of like, you know, my memory, but that could potentially be one. I'm not quite sure, but that is wild work. When it stopped and it just refreshed back, I was like, wait a second, what just happened? And now Derrick Henry again, first down.
And you saw the score not being 44, it went back to 38. I was like, wait, it got overturned. So
yeah, that's a little crazy, but again, because we don't have the fucking replays and whatnot, we can't see it.
Derrick Henry going on to the left, breaks one tackle. But Larlar, you were just saying how, you know, if that call would have upheld, you were just talking about how the fumble off the kickoff was the reason why. But and it still is. But honestly, both turnovers, the kickoff and the pick six, is the reason why the score is what it is now, right? So
correct.
Now with that call being overturned, this gives RBM a great position to try to capitalize as Zay Flowers here takes to the first down. And if RBM's wackos get it off here, he has the chance to go up now above Mac, which is crazy to think about.
And especially after everything here too.
Lamar Jackson gets it to Derrick Henry on the screen. He doesn't have a lot of blockers upfield. Does break one. He breaks two. And Reed's not happy with stopping him there. But and look, it's not surprising by honestly anybody of who's leading, right? It's just a fact with all those turnovers and changes, you kind of want to expect the game to still be just a 3-point swing.
Okay, but here is something to start thinking about here. There's 7.5 left to go. You have all 3 timeouts here from both competitors. These timeouts are going to have to start being used here because right now, oh man, time is of the essence. You do not want to fuck up here.
No, you don't. And RBM's one of the best in the league when it comes to time management. As we see Rashad Bateman, first catch of his day, he juked a little early in my opinion, and he gets down to the 5-yard line. And I was just about to say this, Larlar. I truly think RBM's one of the best in the league when it comes to managing the time. You see now how now he's kind of taking that calm approach, right? And just slowly getting up the field. Fake to Andrews and gets crushed by Brian Branch there.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, but remember, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking here.
It is ticking. I still think 6.5 minutes is still plenty of time, especially if RBM scores here and Max gets it. A draw play by Lamar for an easy touchdown and first lead change of the day to RBM here now. Gosh, Larlar, to be honest, at the very beginning of the game, oh man.
Here we go.
And now here's the thing, Larlar. Now RBM's up by 4. If Mac uses all this drive, he has to score. He can't use a field goal.
Yeah, he needs to get a touchdown here to lead RBM here. And remember, there's 6.5 now. 3 timeouts. It's going to be very interesting. We might actually even see some timeouts being taken here.
Oh, man. You think so? This early?
No, not right now, but like I think this drive, I can kind of see where both sides are playing on at here now. So so I can kind of see what's going on. But let's see what happens here. Let's see. All right.
First and 10.
This is at the 20 here.
See if Mac can use all this drive here. Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle just like that for the first down. Gain of 11 yards. And I think what Mac's gonna do, I think Mac is honestly gonna try, because we've seen this time and time from Mac's team here, is that he likes to drain the clock a lot too. Even if it's like 8 minutes on the clock, right? He'll drain it because he'll know that he can try to get downfield with, for example, with Laporta. Because now, look, he already used almost a minute now. So I'm very curious to see how, Matt can go down this field, and also how RBM is going to let a lot of those open passes and runs, get by him, too. I'm very curious to see this matchup at this point in the game. Jared Goff gets it to Gibbs, and the speed doesn't get to him that time. Tackled for a loss there, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's still very, very manageable here from Mac. So it's oof. But 3rd and 4.
But now you get into that territory, Larlar, where you might have to try something different. Yeah, because now, because you see how the tosses and the runs to the left and right are getting to him now. Jameer Gibbs gets it for the first down. But Larlar, you see how RBM has been adjusting a whole lot, because now Jameer Gibbs feels like he can't even get outside. You've been seeing, so we've seen some adjustments made, but now we might have to see from Mac trying to pull out something from the playbook where we haven't seen all game, right? So I'm very curious to see how this is all going to work, as it is 1st and 10, ball to 43. Jared Goff does give it to Gibbs up the middle, but does get tackled by Buchanan. So Larlar, you are a player of this game. You've seen a lot as a commissioner at this point of the game, and we've seen this time and time throughout the season. What are you kind of looking for on Mac's side in order for him to capitalize this off?
I think he knows that he has to score. So you want to make sure, as of this point, that, you're confident in your offense at this point. And Gibbs,
once again, a stop off the edge.
But again, this is how Mac plays here in the second half. He's draining this clock, and it's working out so far.
He drained it a lot. He drained it by almost 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, and Larlar, what about if you're RBM, right? What are ways that you can stop it? Because, you really can't stop the time, but you got 3 timeouts still. But you don't want to waste them too early.
You can't stop it here, but it I don't know. It really depends. We'll just have to see.
Laporta gets wide open.
Okay, he's at the 33 here. Approaching 3 minutes to go here.
And Larlar, we also seen times where teams score too early, where they score too early and then it gives the opponent enough time, right? So now we see the opposite. We see Gibbs in fullback formation and Montgomery in the backfield, which Montgomery gets it but doesn't get much. There's a fumble! And the fumble! And RBM gets the ball!
That's wild.
That's wild! What's Montgomery? What's Montgomery gets the ball?
He's down. He was down. I seen him. He was down.
Hold on a second,
nigga.
You heard that?
That's actually cinema.
That's two turnovers that got overturned in this game.
Actually,
that
cinema.
Is wild.
That is cinema. Oh my God!
Jared was dropping back the pass.
Oh my God!
Oh, Larlar, now how do you? Your mindset's flipped, right? You got to go back to defense. Now you got to go into offense, and now RBM, you're going from offense back to as we hit the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go.
At this point in the game, do you still? Both teams still got 3 timeouts, right?
Yeah,
Mac
they're gonna have to start using these now.
And you heard Mac. He knew that Montgomery was down, so he knew that he was going to get that ball up first. Now this is where it gets crazy as Gibbs does get the ball, and he does get to the first down, 1st and goal. But timeout called by RBM here. Cool. And RBM wants to stop the clock because if RBM's probably thinking, hey, if he scores, I'll have enough time for me. So I'm curious to see what RBM's going to do. Okay. Man, Montgomery's been struggling all game. And Larlar, here's another thing that's tricky for RBM, right? Is you don't want to use all your timeouts. You also don't want to let the clock run down so much.
That is true.
That's the tricky part. But Larlar, as a player of this game, is there really a right doing of like if you're RBM right now, right? Is there really a right doing of like how you can use his time? Because you really can't control it. All the time is based off of what Mac does.
It honestly can go either way, but this play right here is gonna really really settle what's gonna happen.
Montgomery's in the backfield. No Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm interested to see why this is the case here.
Yeah, Max is bringing this thing all the way down.
Montgomery gets stopped again. Yes, he does.
He's at the 1.
Oh boy! Third and goal here. And we've seen this so many times in the LMFL where it's a one-possession game with a minute left. Oh, and Larlar, we see so many turnovers at this point in the game, man. Oh boy, all right. Third and goal, ball to 1. It is a pass play. Smith does get to golf. The linebacker.
Okay, one
the
more.
Quarterback of the defense. 4th and goal. Larlar, you know Matt can't do a field goal. He has to go for it.
Yeah, he has to go for this, has to go for the touchdown. But at the same time, this is for the life of the upper final.
This is the game! And he gets a touchdown! What a play!
Okay.
By Sam Laporta. Or not Sam Laporta, that was right. The second tight end. Woo! Now, Larlar, if you're Mac, right, do you just go for a field goal or do you go for 2?
Oh, that's the tricky part. Oh, it looks like he's gonna go for the 2-point attempt.
It's like if you get the 2, then RBM has to score.
Yeah.
But if you don't get the 2, then all RBM has to do is get in field goal range. But Jared Goff driving back the pass, throws it to Montgomery, where he's needed best, gets the 2-point conversion.
He's gonna get it. 1:03 left, and RBM has 1 timeout remaining. He can't stop the clock any further than that.
And I do think a minute 3 is enough time, but with you having 1 timeout, like you said, Larlar, that's what's just making it tricky.
Tough.
And it's to Ollie, who fumbled earlier, and oh God, he just hit again.
Okay. He's gonna have
now
exactly 1 minute here. Exactly 1 minute to work with. And remember, just for everyone listening and watching right now, this is for the upper final. Whoever wins this game will advance and meet Neptune in the upper final. Whoever loses will face Max. Likely's wide open.
Likely, first time we've seen him all day. And Larlar, here's another thing too. We haven't seen a single deep shot at all game. We haven't seen a single deep shot at all. Do we still not see one, or do you might think that might happen this drive?
I feel like it's too risky at this point, but you never know, really. But look,
Lamar Jackson using his legs once again.
Ooh.
Looks like what RBM's doing. He's using it out of bounds. Doing that right. He's trying to take chunks at a time, right? We've seen him do that a couple drives this game. Oh, but Larlar, now you got to think about it from Mac's perspective, right? It's like, how do you really stop a lot of that, right? I mean, we see the secondary struggle this game and throughout the whole season.
All right, let's see here. Jackson's throwing it to Hopkins. Oh, 42 ticks. He's going to hurry it up here.
Not surprised. 1st and 10. Ball to 41-yard line here.
35 seconds
Lamar Jackson drops a pass, rolls to his right, has a good open field, and he gets tripped.
He's not out.
And it bounds. Yeah, it bounds. That's huge.
He's not out.
2nd and 3rd. Oh, that's big. That's big.
20 seconds. Oh, he's spiking.
He's just gonna spike it. He's just gonna spike it. I kind of like that.
That's tough.
That's hard though. That's hard. But honestly, that's kind of the best thing for it, right? Because if he does get tackled in bounds again, then you got to use that timeout. Then you kind of just got to just say, like, F it, we ball in the end zone. So,
I think personally for me, get the 1st down and then see what happens. Oh, man, you really never know here. Oh, he's
right. Oh, great play. Hopkins, break the tackle. The Unk still got it.
Hopkins is going to break out of it. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 29, and basically RBM has to go to the end zone here because he only has 15 seconds now.
He had to use that last timeout because he got tripped in bounds, right? So, yes, he got the 1st down, but here's the thing: you're on the 29-yard line. You still got a ways to go. It's not like you're on the 9. Lamar using his legs to the right. Henry is bringing defensive backs with him.
Okay.
I like the call. I think that was kind of meant to be on purpose.
Yeah,
Have Henry kind of bring the defensive back in the end zone so Lamar can run Larlar.
That's correct. But now 9 seconds. He's at the 14. This is actually pretty good here, but oh boy.
This is. But you can't be tackled in bounds here. A flag on the play.
There's a flag.
What's the flag here?
Oh my
God. Oh, illegal man downfield.
Wait, that.
Oh no. Oh, that is crazy. We barely. I don't know if we really seen that at all this year either.
Not a penalty here at 10 seconds. But now he basically only has this play here.
Oh no! And Lamar drops. He's going to Hopkins, and he's gonna do it. That's not enough. That's not enough. What a nail biter to the end, Larlar. The Mississippi Cotton Knockers man, Mac, gets it to the 46 and RBM's Waco Wacko's 42. Larlar, I'm kind of a loss for another classic that we had in this league.
Incredible game.
Maybe work for that one, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Incredible game.
That was a play of the game. Larlar, we said it at the very beginning of the game how those turnovers might come back and be the game changer of the game, and they in fact were. Larlar, what a heavy match game. Now Mac will be facing Neptune. And then RBM will now be facing Max. Larlar, what a classic! Larlar, what a classic that we call it. And Larlar, one last thing, man. With those screen passes on the illegal man downfield, that's the downside of them because those blocks can get out too far, and it doesn't work there. But Larlar, what a classic that we had!
Incredible game from these screenshots. Huh?
Still, I'll acquire the screenshots.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, that is going to do it. Mac advances to the upper final where he is going to face Neptune. And now, we have the second round of the lower bracket now set. Well, Andrew already won against Laxos last night, but now it's going to come down for elimination between Max, the 2023 and 2025 champion, against RBM, who is the #1 seed, who has lost once in the regular season and now once again to Mac, who he loses again to Mac. This is his second loss of the season, and it's both to Mac. Oh man.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to beat this guy.
Oh no!
No!
That's gonna do it. Everybody, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next game here.
Jeez, bro. And Montgomery was never down. Oh no.
Down. I seen it on that replay. Like, bro, that ball still in their hand. That nigga's going down and that ball is still in his hand.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Holy fuck, this game is gonna have so much.
If that didn't get overturned, I win. If that didn't get overturned, I win the game.
Yeah, I was about to say, that didn't get overturned. RBM could have had that game.
I'm so mad at myself.
Oh man,
Mac, you played a hell of a game, dude. I'm not even mad at you, bro. GG. You deserve this.
The last possession I had, bro, I was like, all right, there's 7 minutes on this clock. I gotta get this to at least a minute, bro.
RBM, the fact that you got 91 completion rate is really, that's insane. A 91.
I gotta get this shit. I gotta get this shit to a minute, bro.
I gotta see the whole stats,
bro. Montgomery also almost sold you the whole entire game, bro.
I know, bro. Oh my fucking god.
Montgomery just strong.
Look at me rushing yards with Derrick Henry, bro. Like,
272.
Damn.
Okay. So, here's the thing. RBM, you got to play Max at some point this week.
I know.
So you gotta at him now. Yeah, you gotta do that. And Mac, I would suggest you pinging Neptune at some point, to set up your game with him, because the thing is with Neptune's game with you is the fact that needs to be played first, so then it can determine who goes to the lower final. So it would basically be like the upper final, then the third round of the losers bracket, and then the lower, which is basically with the order.
Actually, you know what? You know what cost me? That I should have just taken the sack. I dead ass should have just taken the sack.
Wait, sack where?
When I had that pick 6.
Oh,
yeah. I should have just taken the sack, bro. That's what cost me.
Yeah.
It's tough to say, honestly, but yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right, let me do this and let me figure this out.
How the fuck is my screenshot more than 10 mega? Bitch, what?
What?
Bitch, what do you mean?
You need me to get it? I'll get it.
No. I got it. I'm about to make this shit work. They fucking around saying talking about 10 megabytes. This fucking screenshot is. I don't know. I'm about to figure this shit out. Let me make this screenshot smaller. Bitch, the fuck.
Oh boy.
Whew.
What a game. Literally, what a game. That's going to be fun to watch tomorrow.
I just don't know how to fucking beat this guy. Like, I do everything. I lab for days on end, and I still can't beat this nigga. Damn.
Sorry, bro.
Oh boy.
Tell you, bro. I gotta stay up here, man.
What's worse is I wanted this so fucking bad. I wanted that.
Oh, I can tell. Oh, trust me, I can tell.
Because I was sitting there going like, nah, Mac ain't getting me this time around. But that first fight, it was just like, oh, so nobody wanted to block. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm going on offense then.
Man.
All right, let me tweet this out.
Play good. I ain't gonna lie, you did play. You played great.
You played better than I did, apparently. I'm not gonna lie. You played a hell of a game too. I can't even hold you. Like, I tried everything. I labbed on defense, and you were just like, yeah, no, we're throwing that shit right out the window. I even labbed that little double pass I wanted to try on you, and you were just nah.
No. It's never happening to me. It ain't happening. I seen that nigga go to the bathroom like, no, it never happened to me. It never happened.
Oh, it did? Oh, okay.
Never happened to me. I seen that shit happen to Marcello. I said, not me. I see a boy go to the bathroom like, oh, all right, I see what we're doing here. Let me just run the back. I know the telltale sign of that one. Ain't getting me.
And that's just when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna run with Derrick Henry and see what happens. And apparently that shit worked. So I was just like, okay, let's just keep doing it.
Let me figure that one out.
Okay, let me also just say, Friday, Def can't. So Thursday, I'm okay. Saturday, Def can't. Maybe Sunday.
Friday and Saturday. Because I really don't want to play Thursday, like, at all. I would like to not play this week, actually.
So for you, so I think for you, well, I don't know. You're fucking wait. What?
No, because I'm on vacation next week, but this week I'm literally working until Saturday, so I don't want to play anymore.
Okay. So
I mean, you can be that guy and wait until the 10th. So
yeah, but like,
like if I'm being perfectly honest, I would prefer to play on Thursday because I just want to get Max done and over with.
Yeah, I'm doing inventory shit this week, so I don't want.
No, yeah,
do
no, yeah,
else.
you. Yeah, for you,
I don't
Mac.
wanna do
It's
shit
for you,
else.
Mac. It's really like next week. You could definitely do it next week. I was really only just talking about RBM and Max that needs to be done
okay.
this. I mean, for next week, it's really up to fucking Neptune, but
Probably next Thursday then. This Thursday, Andy.
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. But yeah, just I would still just ping.
Yeah. All right, friend. Thursday. 8.
Yeah, that should work
8
out.
p.m.
Yeah, that should work out. That should work out. Let me just double check my calendar. Hold on a second. When is that? The 11th? Yeah, that should be okay. That should be okay.
I'll close out this game. I'm sick and tired of looking at it right now.
All right, I'm gonna tweet this out. So please say something. Also, I will be done streaming. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back on probably Thursday. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see when Max is ready. So